Hello, beautiful souls, and anyone who stumbles upon this video, welcoming you. I'm Chloe Rose, the founder of Mystic Hearts, and this is the first month really of fully launching into Mystic Hearts, previously known as Heartful Yoga and Healing. And as this moon cycle or month draws to a close and starts again, I wanted to start the practice of doing a monthly check-in, really just to hold myself accountable. I did an incredible business mentorship recently with my dear friend, guide and mentor, John Binney. You'll probably see a lot of him on my channel. We work closely together. But he has encouraged me and inspired me to show up and just do these monthly check-ins and a chat about the goals that I had set for myself last month, what has transpired and what hasn't, and how I'm going to move forward with this. And I think it's quite a beautiful way to just share some of the ins and outs of leading a heart-centered entrepreneurship and running a business. So yeah, looking back on it, I have had a crazy month. And this has had nothing to do with my business. It has been to do with life. The month of May has included lots of big transformations, shifts, endings, deaths, rebirths, new beginnings and fresh starts. So it's been a roller coaster ride. So I'm actually taking a moment here with my feet on the earth, sitting in the garden, taking in the stunning natural surroundings around me and just giving myself a moment to say, you did it. Got through a lot. I don't want to go into too many personal details as it would be insensitive to do so. But I will just walk you through some of the things that transpired over the past month in May. So I had a breakup with a long-term partnership. It was a beautiful, civil, friendly breakup, and we're still dear friends, so that's beautiful. But we did have to part ways and leave the home that we were living in together, that we had been living in for more than 2 years. So that was a big shift, moving home, but very, very grateful for the gorgeous space and surrounding that I'm in now, back in an old family home in the old, beautiful Cotswold, Oxfordshire countryside, which feels like such a blessing. But there have been some moments this month where it has felt like the rug has been pulled from underneath my feet. You know, it's that foundation being stripped away when we have to move home and what feels like starting fresh, but actually recognizing within that all change is a blessing and all change is such an amazing opportunity for profound growth and expansion. So that's where I'm at. I've also had lots of family and friend visits. So not only have I moved home and changed the foundation of where I'm living, but I've hardly been in this new space. It's been long weekends away, driving all around England and having a dear, dear friend and sister staying with me for a few days who I hadn't seen in years. So it's been so beautiful and so nourishing. And I feel blessed to have had these experiences, and I really feel that the timing of all these friend and family visits and occasions have been in support of my own healing journey through the breakup, and healing that part of me, healing the heart, healing those wounds. So it has definitely been a big month of healing. And I had some goals for the month of May that I would align with 3 brand new clients for my online quantum services. I received 1, which I am so grateful for. So for this month moving forwards, I'm going to reset that goal. 3 brand new, and that's at least 3 brand new online clients who are seeking my guidance in quantum services. So anyone watching this, you can hold me accountable. selling and making more artwork. These have all been things that were on my list for May. Again, didn't quite fall into place because of the move and all the things going on and all of the chess pieces moving around the board. However, I'm going to carry them on now for the month of June. So the month of June, calling in beautiful brand new souls to work with now that I've cleaned myself and my space energetically. I've made space and I've done a lot of healing. And now I have more space, more time to do some painting and some crafting, which is still something very secret, a very secret and special project that I'm working on, which I don't want to share until it's actually ready to launch, but something very exciting. So yeah, I right now in this moment feel like I'm landed in a grounded place. I feel supported, I feel inspired, and I feel excited. So supported, inspired, excited. Those are going to be my mantras and the words that are going to project me forward through into the month of June. Very exciting. And I have received 2 huge deep healings this month. The first of which was by the incredible Indiana Hill. Look her up, find her. You can find her on Instagram and YouTube. She is a shamanic womb practitioner. She works with plant medicines, shamanic tools. She's a womb priestess. Really profound, deep healing work on the subconscious, deep cellular level of yourself. So the healing is indescribable of how deep it goes, and I was blessed to receive a 1-to-1 mush womb ceremony with her where we went deep into, I just had to pause the video for a moment. So it was a deep ceremony to help me transition through this time in my life, and it ended up unexpectedly going very deep into some inner childhood wounding around my father and my childhood and the patterns that has had a ripple effect upon in my relationships. And it actually helped me to go back to some of those points in my childhood, release that pain, acknowledge it, hug my inner child, and then unleash and remember all of the mystical, magical things that I used to love as a child, and then really embody that. And I went on a deep journey. So that was deep healing number 1. As if that wasn't enough, the healings like that have the healing effect to last up to 6 to 12 months in the integration process. But a few days after that, as a part of the business mentorship training that I've done with John Binney, we're almost finished now, towards the end of it, he did a hidden witch wound quantum healing past life regression ceremony with me, which again was unexpectedly powerful and emotional, and it is linked directly to the lands very close to where I have just moved back to. So it was really powerful, it was deep, it was a massive witch wound, and remembering and recognizing the powers that I have been scared and fearful to tap into, but also a remembering of essentially where I hid those powers. So then the next day after that, I went and held a self-funeral for myself, which was a ritual that I had received by one of my guides, or as I prefer to think of it now, a version of me living on a parallel timeline. So I received these clear ritualistic instructions of how to hold this ceremony, where to go, what to take with me. I took an offering of my hair, some of my blood, fire, river water, flowers, all of these offerings, and I wrote a poem for the funeral, which you can see on my page as well. And then I went to the site where I had left my powers behind, and I connected to that and I pulled them back. So it was 3 huge healings and ceremonies in the space of a week. So the week after that, I was just completely energetically wiped out. So in that sense, I see it as a true blessing that I've had so much family time and time with friends and sisters and loved ones. So yeah, I'm going to crown the month of May as the month of deep healing and death. And June is going to be a month of rebirth, fertility, creation, excitement, transformation, creating things, welcoming in the new. The space has been made. So yeah, that's a check-in. And just to talk about finances, I think it's great in these spaces if we can actually be open about money. When I was going through the breakup in April, it was the worst month I've had in my business for about 2 years. And, you know, it was just like I had to just completely surrender and pray. I did actually end up having to borrow money because I didn't even earn half as much as I needed to pay bills, pay off loans, all of the things, and support myself and my business. And in May, it has been so much better, and I have been praying, I've been doing my meditation, my practices, raising my vibration to that state where I can trust and surrender in the divine, which is another calling for me in my business, is to drop into the divine feminine and stop planning, stop controlling, trust and go with the flow. Not in a hippie bypassing kind of way, but real like opening up to surrender. So I did that, and I have received financial blessings in abundance from both expected and unexpected sources. So I'm super grateful for that. Back on track. So may June be filled with an avalanche of financial abundance, blessings and resources for myself, for yourself, anyone who is watching this video or receives this message. May we share this joyful abundance together in the month of June, which in England is the summer solstice. It is the height of sexuality, of expression, abundance, joy, confidence, freedom. So let's celebrate this together, and I look forward to checking in with you again at the end of June. So much love, mysticism and adventure.